shadowed alley beckons, city's pulse throbs. My face reflects a blend of thrill and unease. In my grasp, a worn map hints at hidden adventures and untold stories. The bustling street fades as my resolve sharpens. I take a step toward the alleyway, ready to uncover its mysteries. The alleyway, a chasm of shadows, feels colder than any tomb. A narrow stairwell beckons from the depths of the alley, promising secrets untold. I stop before the descent, the air thick with anticipation and foreboding. With a resolute breath, I step into the unknown, ready to face whatever awaits below. The stairwell looms, a dark abyss where damp stone glistens ominously. Each step echoes, a haunting reminder of the solitude and mystery ahead. The flashlight beam pierces through the oppressive dark, carving a path through the unknown. The darkness yields reluctantly, revealing only the next step into the depths. I step into the Edinburgh vaults, a labyrinth of history and shadow. The low-ceilinged corridors stretch before me, whispering forgotten tales. Stone arches loom, their rough textures etched by time. The air hangs heavy, thick with the palpable weight of history. My flashlight beam dances across the walls, revealing secrets in the stone. Each step echoes, a reminder of the souls who walked here before. I step into the vaults, where shadows dance among broken crates and forgotten tools, remnants of a bygone era. The air hangs heavy with the ghosts of smoke, mildew, and decay, whispering tales of neglect. Every step echoes through the cavernous space, amplified by the weight of the vault's history. Graffiti scars the ancient stone walls, each tag a defiant mark against the relentless march of time. Rusted tools lie scattered amidst the debris, silent witnesses to countless hours of labor. The vaults stand as a haunting testament to the impermanence of all things, where even stone cannot resist the touch of decay. I venture deeper into the vaults, each step into the darkness. The air grows colder, damper, as if the stones themselves exhale ancient secrets. My flashlight flickers, casting eerie shadows that dance mockingly on the stone walls. Goosebumps prickle my skin as I am gripped by the unsettling feeling of unseen eyes watching my every move. I halt suddenly, a primal unease gripping me as faint footsteps echo behind. A surge of adrenaline compels me to whirl around, the beam of my flashlight slicing through the oppressive darkness. The beam dances across the stark stone walls of the corridor, revealing nothing but empty space. The silence screams louder than any sound, amplifying the mystery of the unseen presence. My heart pounds against my ribs, a frantic drumbeat in the suffocating silence. Each shadow seems to twist and writhe, playing tricks on my weary eyes as my pulse escalates. A faint whisper slithers through the vault's corridor, barely audible, yet undeniably present. The whispers intensify, morphing into a chorus of hushed voices filled with despair and simmering anger. A sense of unease settles in, as the voices swell and echo, their indistinct words painting a vivid picture of sorrow and rage. The air thickens with palpable emotion as the voices rise and fall, their tone unmistakable in its raw intensity. The corridor pulses with unseen energy. The chorus of voices a haunting reminder of past suffering and unresolved fury. Deep within the vault's corridor, I press on, fighting the rising unease. Each step seems to stir the ancient stones, awakening memories long dormant. The vaults whisper with untold stories, their secrets echoing in the dim light. My heart pounds as if the very stones are breathing, alive with echoes of the past. I struggle to maintain my resolve, pushing forward into the heart of the unknown. A sudden flash illuminates the corridor, revealing unsettling figures lurking just beyond the light. Ragged and pale, the figures move with unnatural, jerky motions. Their gestures, far from human, hint at something deeply amiss. In the fleeting light, Their inhumanity is laid bare. In the heart of the vaults, I halt abruptly, every muscle tensed. Drawing a deep, steadying breath, I prepare to face the unknown. A voice, seemingly from nowhere, echoes, "I mean no harm. I'm just visiting." The corridor seems to hold its breath, the silence amplifying the weight of anticipation. The figures vanish, leaving no trace but the lingering echo of their presence. A strange calm descends as the apparitions fade, leaving me alone in the vaults. The vaults echo with an unsettling scratching. Nails against stone, the scratching intensifies, the sound reverberating through the stone corridor. A deep, guttural moan echoes, filling the vaults with a heavy, suffocating presence. The moans intensify, the suffocating presence growing stronger. In the dimly lit vaults, I lose my footing, the rough ground rushing up to meet me. The impact throws me down. My flashlight slides away, casting wild shadows that dance across the cold stone. In the stark beam, the secrets of the vaults are revealed. Each shadow seems to whisper tales of forgotten times. A corridor in the vaults, shrouded in shadows, hints at lurking secrets. A spectral face flickers into existence on the far wall, gaunt and disheveled. The apparition crouches low, a silent accusation forming on its lips. His eyes glow with an eerie light, fueling the silent scream. Before realization dawns, the haunting figure vanishes back into the darkness. Only shadows remain, leaving behind a chilling silence and lingering unease. An unsettling sense of being watched permeates the corridor, each shadow seeming to hold a hidden observer. With growing unease, I advance deeper into the vaults, the beam of my flashlight cutting through the oppressive darkness. The flashlight beam dances across the cold stone walls, revealing nothing but the rough texture of the ancient vaults. Each step echoes loudly in the silence, amplifying the feeling of isolation and vulnerability. Despite the growing dread, I press onward, determined to uncover the secrets hidden within the vaults. A vault cell, air thick with the chill of ages, reveals a scene of silent horror. Skeletal figures line the corners, their stillness amplifying the suffocating cold. Drawn in by an unseen force, I extend a hand towards one of the skeletal remains. The air grows heavy, pressing down as if the very stones conspire to deepen the dread. My fingers stretch, the moment of contact a threshold into a forgotten world. The chilling touch confirms the vault's grim secret, a stark reminder of mortality. A chilling grip tightens around my wrist, an icy sensation that cuts through the silence. A sharp yelp escapes my lips as I whirl around, searching for the source of the spectral touch. The vault remains empty, save for the silent skeletons that line the walls. Despite the emptiness, the lingering sensation of the grip remains. The grip tightens, the icy chill intensifying as the unseen presence asserts its hold. Gasping for air, I stumble backward into the corridor, the vault's cold stone pressing against my back. The whispering intensifies, morphing into a cacophony of screams that pierce the mind. Desperate, I clamp hands over my ears, but the sound has infiltrated my skull. The chorus of angry, fearful voices echoes within, a torment only I can hear. A corridor stretches into shadow, the air thick with unknown dread. A towering figure emerges from the darkness, its form cloaked and indistinct. The figure advances, a silent promise of inevitable encounter. Each step echoes in the oppressive silence, amplifying the mounting tension. The darkness seems to deepen around it, swallowing the hall in its wake. Panic sets in as the corridors twist and turn, the vaults morphing into a labyrinth of stone and shadow. Each step leads deeper into the maze, the familiar paths dissolving into an endless loop of stone. The vaults mock with their shifting layout, trapping me in an inescapable game of deception. Shadows dance like specters, the only companions in this ever-changing prison of stone. Dust hangs heavy in the air as I venture deeper into the vault's corridor. Footsteps echo in the oppressive silence, amplifying the feeling of isolation. A voice, cold and sharp, echoes, "You should not be here." Darkness engulfs me as I fall into an abyss. I awaken abruptly, sprawled out on the cold, unforgiving stone floor. A few feet away, my flashlight sputters, casting a feeble, dancing light. A searing pain radiates from my chest, a stark reminder of the brutal ordeal. My hands, scraped raw and bleeding, bear witness to a desperate struggle. I push myself up, groaning, the cold stone biting into my injured hands. I look around the vaults, disoriented and alone. I struggle to rise, the cold stone floor offering little support. An unsettling silence blankets the vaults, heavy and absolute. A subtle pulse vibrates through the ancient stone, an insistent rhythm. The vaults breathe, the vaults beat, the vaults are alive. The corridor twists into an unfamiliar shape, its appearance altered by unseen forces. Vaults once known now present different faces, disorienting and strange. Unconsciousness has veiled the vaults in mystery. The shift unsettles. Shadows stretch unnaturally along the walls, as if the darkness itself has taken on a life of its own. The edges of arches are blurred by shadows, deepening the sense of the surreal. The vaults now whisper secrets, shrouded in darkness and change. In the vault's corridor, a cacophony of voices echoes, a symphony of sorrow and malice pushing from behind. The unseen tide of voices rises, pressing closer, an inescapable force. Driven by the relentless voices, there is no turning back. Reluctantly, deeper into the vaults, the figure moves forward. Each step echoes in the oppressive silence between the voices, a solitary journey into the unknown. I step into a dim hallway, the air heavy with secrets and shadows. The hallway stretches before me, a claustrophobic passage lined with identical, sealed chambers. Each door stands open, beckoning me into the unknown. I pause, a sense of unease washing over me as I peer into the windowless chambers. Deep within the vaults, shadows dance with the ghosts of past horrors. Abandoned belongings speak of lives abruptly halted, whispers of fear echoing through the desolate chamber. Faint outlines hint at figures huddled in terror, their silent screams trapped within these stone walls. The vaults hold their secrets close, a chilling testament to forgotten suffering. The hallway stretches into the distance, silent and foreboding. A spiral staircase descends into an abyss of darkness. The darkness seems to swallow all light, promising only the unknown. A pit of utter darkness awaits at the bottom of the stairs. Descending the spiral staircase, a sudden chill permeates the air. Each step leads deeper into an icy embrace. The air grows palpably colder. The staircase seems to descend into an unknown abyss. Descending the staircase, I enter a hidden chamber, the air thick with anticipation and the unknown. The chamber unfolds before me, its stone floor glistening ominously with moisture. The smell of decay washes over me, a chilling reminder of secrets long buried. The wave of decay hits me. In the heart of the chamber, a mysterious figure stands, its presence immediately commanding attention. An unsettling gaze seems to penetrate the soul, paralyzing with an all-consuming dread. Fear grips every fiber, rendering movement impossible. The body freezes, trapped in a silent scream. Deep within the vaults, shadows coil and twist around the figure, as if imbued with a sinister life of their own. A cacophony of whispers erupts, coalescing into a chilling declaration. You cannot leave. The unseen voices intensify, a chorus of possession echoing through the chamber. You belong to us. The shadows deepen, drawing closer as the figure is enveloped by the vault's inescapable embrace. The figure's eyes widen with the realization of their fate. forever bound to the ancient power of the vaults. Panic overwhelms me as the oppressive atmosphere of the chamber intensifies. I hit the cold, unyielding wall, my breath catching in my throat. The figure advances, a silent specter filling the space with dread. Each step brings the figure closer, the air thickening with unspoken terror. The chamber seems to shrink, the presence suffocating as the figure looms. I am trapped, cornered by the encroaching darkness, the air heavy with foreboding. In the vault's chamber, a silent scream dies in my throat, a desperate echo in the suffocating darkness. The beam of my flashlight sputters, painting the ancient walls with grotesque dancing shadows. The flashlight flickers, threatening to plunge me into absolute darkness. Silence descends, broken only by the frantic beating of my own heart. The shadows writhe, transforming the familiar chamber into a terrifying labyrinth. Deep within the vaults, a chamber of stone reveals its horrifying secret. Dozens of faces, trapped and tormented, press against the stone. Hollow eyes pierce the silence, reflecting unimaginable suffering. Mouths open in silent screams, a chorus of eternal agony. The stone seems to pulse with the trapped energy of their despair. A moment of pure, unadulterated horror unfolds in the vault's heart. The weight of despair bears down, a suffocating presence that blurs the edges of reality. Vision wavers, threatening to plunge everything into darkness. The world spins, a dizzying vortex of hopelessness. The edge of consciousness nears, promising oblivion. In the heart of the vaults, a sudden, primal fear ignites. Driven by instinct, I bolt, adrenaline coursing through my veins. The spiral staircase looms, a precarious path to freedom. Each broken step is a gamble, a dance with danger. The promise of escape fuels the desperate climb. I begin the ascent, the spiral staircase stretching endlessly above. An eerie sensation begins, a supple scraping against my skin. I ignore the unseen hands, focusing solely on the steps ahead. The scraping intensifies, a chilling reminder of the unseen. I press onward, determined to reach the top, despite the haunting presence. I burst into the vault corridor, breathless, stained with blood and paralyzed by terror. The cold stone of the corridor offers no comfort, only amplifying the echoes of unseen threats. Each shadow seems to conceal a new horror, every breath a reminder of my vulnerability. The silence of the vault screams louder than any alarm, pressing in with suffocating intensity. Desperation claws at me, urging me forward into the unknown depths of the corridor. The corridor stretches endlessly, a labyrinth of stone and shadow. The vaults seem to close in, pressing down with a suffocating weight. An unseen presence tightens its grip, the walls themselves seeming to conspire. The building becomes a trap, its ancient stones whispering silent threats. Panic begins to rise, the illusion of escape fading into despair. Amidst the chaos of the vaults, a forgotten side exit emerges from the shadows. The door lies partially concealed, a relic of a time long past, now veiled by debris. An old door emerges, an escape route veiled by fallen debris and forgotten secrets. The handle awaits, cold and slick to the touch, a silent invitation to the unknown. A chilling touch, the handle's coldness hints at a journey into the uncertain. With a resolute grip, the door stands ready to reveal what lies beyond. The handle turns, and the door creaks open, revealing a stark alleyway bathed in the faint diffused light of Edinburgh's sky. The door swings inward with a long, mournful groan, as if protesting the intrusion. Emerging into the alley, the world is cast in shadow, the light above filtered and weak. The alley stretches ahead, a narrow corridor of emptiness under the muted city sky. Silence hangs heavy in the air, broken only by the distant hum of the city, a stark contrast to the solitude of the alley. The alleyway air smells of freedom, a refreshing scent of rain on stone. I emerge, disoriented, into the open air. My body gives way. I collapse onto the ground, gasping. I fight to fill my lungs, savoring each breath of newfound liberty. Edinburgh Street bustles with life, its ancient stones echoing the weight of unspoken memories. Though forward steps are taken, the past casts long shadows, an invisible pull lingers. Each footstep is a deliberate act of defiance against the memories that tug relentlessly. The stomach tightens, a physical manifestation of the emotional burden carried. The city's beauty is a stark contrast to the inner turmoil. The decision is made. Never look back, though the echoes of yesterday resonate. Months later, the apartment is silent, and I sit alone. The silence amplifies the feeling, a deep, echoing solitude. With eyes closed, the sensation intensifies, a palpable awareness in the darkness. The shadows lengthen, deepening the silence in my apartment, each corner echoing with unspoken memories. The vaults call to me, an irresistible force, drawing me closer to their enigmatic embrace. A shiver courses through me, as the whispers of haunting dreams beckon me back to the darkness. I struggle, but the allure of the unknown proves too strong, pulling me into its depths. In my dimly lit apartment, the scent of old books mingles with the rich aroma of brewing coffee. My finger traces the shadowed expanse of the Edinburgh vaults, a place of mystery and secrets. I know that the Edinburgh vaults are more than stone and shadow. They are a vessel, a prison for the forgotten, the desperate, the tormented. The room is cloaked in an oppressive stillness, shadows dancing like unseen figures. Dust motes swirl in the faint light, each one a tiny ghost in the heavy air. Anxiety prickles at the edge of perception, a silent scream in the stillness. They are out there, waiting with infinite patience, just beyond the veil of light. A single breath shatters the silence, a fragile defiance against the encroaching darkness. Stripes of dim light cut through the room, painting a stark canvas of solitude. Silence descends, amplifying the crushing weight of unspoken burdens. A sudden, sharp pain grips my chest, a physical manifestation of inner turmoil. The dim light dances, mocking my every move within this desolate space. The weight on my shoulders grows heavier, bending me beneath its invisible force. In the heart of my apartment, I am trapped in the stillness, the silence my only companion. The cold reality of the apartment walls closes in, offering no escape from the haunting memories. Every shadow seems to dance with the faces of those who sought to consume her, their whispers echoing in the silence. Phantom hands reach from the darkness, prickling her skin with the chilling sensation of the stone's grasp. The apartment, once a sanctuary, now mirrors the torment within. Each breath is a reminder of the struggle, a testament to the battle fought and the scars that remain. In the quiet of the night, the line between reality and nightmare blurs, leaving her trapped in a waking horror. The apartment is cloaked in an eerie silence, broken only by the sound of footsteps. Each step echoes ominously, amplifying the feeling of isolation. A shiver crawls up my spine, a primal response to the unseen. The air thickens with the unsettling sensation of being watched. An invisible presence looms, feeding the mounting paranoia. The apartment transforms into a stage for unseen eyes. The moon paints the room in shades of gray, casting long shadows that dance with the silence. A sense of foreboding descends, chilling me to the bone as I stare out at the city. I know one day I might return. I whisper, a haunting premonition, echoing in the empty apartment. Not willingly, perhaps, but they will call me back. Striped shadows dance across the room, cast by the street lamp's glow. The air hangs heavy, thick, with unspoken words and looming decisions. A moment of stark clarity pierces the gloom, and I realize, and when I do, I may not leave again. The weight of that realization settles like a shroud, inescapable and final. I remain motionless, a solitary figure swallowed by the encroaching shadows. The silence deepens, amplifying the gravity of the choice I am about to make. In the dim stillness of the apartment, shadows twist and writhe, mirroring the dark secrets of the Edinburgh vaults. The air grows heavy, thick with the scent of old stone, and an unsettling, indefinable presence. Moonlight slices through the grimy window, casting silver streaks upon the worn floorboards. The city's history presses in, a palpable weight of forgotten lives and buried secrets. In the dimly lit apartment, shadows swirl as I stand bathed in a single stark spotlight. A subtle smile graces my lips, a hint of the drama about to unfold. A moment of quiet confidence washes over me as I whisper, "They will always remember me." The promise of lasting fame hangs heavy in the air, an unspoken vow. In the dead of night, I stand motionless, a faint smile gracing my lips as shadows dance around me. The whispers intensify, growing louder, more persistent, weaving tales of the unknown. A moment of surrender as I close my eyes, succumbing to the all-encompassing darkness that beckons. With a determined whisper, I declare, I'm coming home. Stone walls cast shadows, eerie even in daylight. The imposing facade radiates a menacing aura, the shadows deepening the sense of dread. The penitentiary stands, a silent testament to forgotten stories, its very stones whispering of despair. The air hangs heavy with the weight of history, the shadows seeming to stretch and grasp, pulling the day into an unending night. The heavy gates of the prison loom, promising entry into a world of cold stillness and echoing footsteps. Each step reverberates through the desolate corridor, amplifying the weight of the air and the stone around me. The air hangs thick with the scent of time and despair, chilling me to the core. A wave of unease washes over me, a silent acknowledgement of the stories etched into these walls. The cell block stretches into the distance, a corridor of confinement and echoing whispers. Each cell stands as a testament to isolation. The whispers begin. The whispers grow, an unsettling chorus of unseen voices. The sound intensifies, creating a palpable sense of unease. The whispers persist, a constant reminder of the unseen eyes and unheard stories that surround me. Entering the large cell, I am immediately struck by the stark reality of solitary confinement. The cot stands as a lonely testament to countless days spent in isolation. I reach out, my fingers tracing the cold, rough surface of the stone wall. The weight of history and despair hangs heavy in the air. The stone walls of the cell stand in silence, each crack and crevice whispering tales of despair. A faint warmth emanates from the ancient stone, a silent echo of past suffering. The stone seems to remember every anguished scream, every whispered confession. An almost imperceptible pulse resonates through the cell, a haunting reminder of the lives that have been confined within its walls. In the main corridor, shadows play tricks, defying natural movement. A faint scent of tobacco smoke lingers, hinting at a presence unseen. Beneath the tobacco, a chilling undercurrent of decay taints the air. The corridor seems to breathe with unseen secrets, each shadow a silent witness. An unsettling feeling grows, a sense of something profoundly wrong. In the stark silence of the cell block, the echo of footsteps begins. Slow, measured steps pace the hallway, their source unknown. The pacing continues, a relentless rhythm in the desolate space. Each footstep resonates, amplifying the solitude of the solitary confinement. The sound persists, a haunting reminder that I am not truly alone. Despite being isolated, the footsteps grow louder, a palpable presence. The cell block whispers with oppressive silence, broken only by the frantic echo of a solitary heartbeat. Hello? The word tears through the stillness, a desperate plea swallowed by cold, damp stone. The voice echoes, a hollow reminder of isolation in the unforgiving space. Silence descends once more, heavy and absolute, amplifying the frantic drum of the heartbeat. The oppressive quiet becomes a palpable force, pressing in from all sides. Nothing answers but the echo, a haunting reminder of utter solitude. Panic begins to set in as the corridors twist and turn, leading nowhere. Each turn brings a false hope, only to reveal the same starting point. The walls seem to mock, the space shrinking with every failed attempt. Desperation mounts as the exit remains elusive, lost in the maze of hallways. The corridors shift once more, spiraling into an endless loop of frustration. The starting point appears again, an inescapable reminder of the unending trap. Within the stark confines of the cell block, shadows dance ominously across the floor. Eerie whispers echo from the cell block's distant end, a soft, chanting sound. The murmuring grows, filling the cell block with an unsettling presence. The chanting intensifies, casting a chilling atmosphere over the entire cell block. I am drawn by faint, chanting to a desolate cell. The cell is dark, a stone bed the only feature in this desolate space. The whispering chants persist, a haunting plea echoing in the emptiness. The chilling whispers fill the empty cell. In the stark emptiness of the cell, a desperate plea to silence the voice's echoes. A haunting whisper penetrates the silence. Don't forget us. The weight of memory bears down, a crushing reminder of bonds threatened by oblivion. Each word is a haunting echo, amplifying the fear of abandonment. The plea hangs in the air, unanswered, a stark testament to isolation. In the solitude of the cell, the soul is confronted with the unbearable weight of remembrance. A sudden, sickening lurch grips the narrator's stomach. A haunting whisper echoes, "Don't forget us." The narrator wonders, who were they? Were they prisoners, gods, or something else entirely, trapped for eons? The narrator searches, seeking answers in the oppressive stillness. The narrator trembles, realizing that he may never know the truth. Entering the warden's office, I am immediately struck by its emptiness. The room is stripped bare, echoing with the ghosts of authority. Dusty sunlight streams through the windows, illuminating the desolation. The stark light reveals the true emptiness of the warden's former domain. Sunlight floods the warden's office, each mote of dust dancing in the golden rays. The desk stands silently, bathed in light, revealing secrets etched into its surface. Faint scratches form ghostly letters, a hidden message waiting to be deciphered. In a hushed tone, a disembodied voice echoes, "Leave." The sunlight shifts, casting long shadows and obscuring the hidden message once more. The office remains still, the unspoken command hanging heavy in the air. In the corridor, the flickering fluorescent lights cast long, distorted shadows, amplifying the growing sense of unease. An overwhelming feeling of being watched intensifies, prickling the skin and raising the hairs on the back of the neck. The feeling of being followed grows stronger with each step, turning the endless corridor into a gauntlet of unseen eyes. Every shadow seems to deepen, every flicker of light a potential glimpse of the unseen presence lurking just behind. At the corridor's end, a figure emerges, tall and ominous, casting a long, silent shadow. He moves with an unnatural grace, gliding through the hallway as if weightless. The corridor seems to stretch, the light playing tricks as the figure continues his silent advance. Each step he takes echoes with a chilling silence, amplifying the growing sense of unease. He continues his silent advance, an ethereal shadow against the ancient stone. A figure emerges from the shadows, their face hidden in darkness. A sudden, sharp spike of dread, a chilling realization. Prison garb? The figure slowly raises a hand. I stagger backward, disoriented, into a stark side corridor. The cold reality of solitary confinement looms as a series of cell doors confront me. Each door, a silent sentinel, guarding untold stories of isolation. The weight of the corridor's history presses down, suffocating and heavy. The air hangs thick with the unspoken dread of forgotten souls. The solitary confinement cell is cloaked in oppressive darkness, with only a thin ray of light piercing through. Dust motes dance in the beam of light, creating an ethereal display within the grim space. On the grimy floor, a prisoner's diary lies open, its pages filled with cramped handwriting. The ink on the pages glistens, appearing freshly applied, a stark contrast to the yellowed paper. The yellowed paper hints at the passage of decades, a silent testament to the prisoner's long confinement. The diary stands as a relic of time within the unforgiving confines of the cell. A solitary confinement cell stands in stark silence, illuminated only by a single ray of light. Dust dances in the beam, each mote a fleeting reminder of the world outside. A chilling message, scrawled in what appears to be dried blood, mars the wall. The chilling narration echoes. The walls see everything. They remember everything. The voice continues, a haunting reminder of inescapable solitude. I am never alone. A chilling draft whispers through the doorway, carrying an unspoken promise of change. The figure materializes, standing just outside the doorway. The figure stands silently, an enigma shrouded in the doorway's shadow, neither entering nor retreating. The figure stands unwavering, an ominous presence. The ominous rattle of cell doors signals a looming dread. One by one, the locks click and groan, each echo amplifying the corridor's cold. I freeze, my breath caught in my throat, the unseen prisoner lurking in shadows, unsure which is worse, the unseen prisoner or the building itself coming alive around me. The cold stone corridor becomes a stage for my deepest fears. The cell block is shrouded in an oppressive silence, broken only by the weight of unspoken fear. Shadows dance menacingly across the walls, twisting familiar shapes into grotesque figures. A faint whisper stirs, a fragile thread in the suffocating stillness. The whispers swell, a chorus of fragmented memories and desperate pleas that echo through the bars. The voices rise in unison. Don't leave us. Stay. Remember. The cold reality of the cell block hits with full force. Knees fail. This penitentiary is a vessel. It is not just a place for the living. It traps those who are stuck between worlds. I sprint through the endless corridors, a maze of turns blurring into one. Each corner turned brings only more of the same, the hallways stretching on without end. The air grows thick with desperation as the escape seems further away. I continue with relentless pace, driven by an unseen force. I emerge into the courtyard as the sun begins its descent, casting long, eerie shadows. The walls loom tall, their shadows stretching like grasping claws across the ground. The courtyard transforms into a stage of eerie beauty, where light and shadow dance in a macabre ballet. The air hangs still, heavy with the silence of twilight, as the courtyard prepares for night. The courtyard is a place of stark contrasts, where beauty and menace intertwine in the dying light. In the open courtyard, a heavy silence descends, amplifying the frantic rhythm of a lone heart. The world fades as the sound of whispers and footsteps disappears, leaving only the pounding in my ears. The courtyard becomes a vacuum, where even the faintest sounds are swallowed by the growing tension. Each beat of my heart echoes louder, filling the void where voices once lingered. Lost in the silence, I am acutely aware of my own vulnerability. The courtyard's stillness transforms into a stage for my rising panic. The courtyard basks in sunlight, cobblestones gleaming with warmth. Ancient trees stand guard, their leaves rustling in the gentle breeze. A chilling whisper brushes past, carried on the wind, We will remember you. An unseen presence lingers, a promise echoing through the serene courtyard. In the dim light of dusk, I remain in the courtyard, the chill of the stone seeping into my bones. The courtyard's cold stone walls loom around me, amplifying my solitude. Time stretches, each moment an eternity as I struggle to find inner peace. The weight of the stone walls presses in, a stark reminder of the turmoil within. I remain, a solitary figure seeking solace in the encroaching darkness, attempting to calm myself. The massive iron gates loom, each bar a stark reminder of what lies within. He steps back into the corridor, the air thick with unspoken stories and shadows. Each breath feels heavier, each step echoes with the weight of history. The penitentiary's grip tightens, a silent promise of more to come. Darkness tightens its grip on the main corridor, shadows stretching unnaturally across the walls. The air grows heavy, a palpable chill descending, hinting at unseen forces at play. An oppressive atmosphere envelops the corridor, the temperature plummeting, intensifying the sense of unease. The deepening shadows seem to writhe, as if alive, their movements defying the stationary light sources. A sudden, biting cold sweeps through, a stark reminder of the unseen presence lurking in the corridor. The corridor transforms into a chilling realm, the play of light and shadow heightening the sense of dread. In the dimly lit corridor, silence amplifies every footstep. Dust blankets the floor, a canvas of undisturbed stillness. Footprints appear, a stark betrayal of solitude, a chilling realization. I am not alone. In the dead of night, a trail of footprints stretches down an unfamiliar hallway, beckoning with silent mystery. Driven by a mix of curiosity and dread, the figure hesitantly steps forward, drawn into the unknown. Each step echoes in the silence as the figure advances, the footprints their only guide in the labyrinthine corridor. Terror mounts with each stride, yet the pull of the unseen compels them onward, deeper into the hall's embrace. The hallway plunges into an abyss of darkness, its secrets guarded by shadows. At the hallway's end, a single cell emerges, untouched by time and decay. The cell door hangs ajar, an invitation into the unknown. A glimpse into the interior promises forgotten stories and chilling secrets. The air is thick with anticipation, each shadow whispering tales of what once was. The cell stands ready to reveal its hidden truths, if one dares to enter. The heavy door creaks open, revealing the stark emptiness within. I step cautiously into the untouched cell. The air hangs heavy with unspoken stories, the silence broken only by the echo of my footsteps. A single chair sits in the corner, a silent witness to forgotten days. The chair sits, still and alone. Torches flicker, casting long shadows across the untouched cell. Etched into the stone floor, a chilling message appears. You cannot leave. A wave of nausea rises as the reality of the message sinks in. Panic sets in, the cold stone mirroring the dread in my heart. I turn, ready to leave behind the untouched cell. A sudden stillness grips me. In the doorway, a figure materializes from the shadows. The figure looms, an apparition in the night. In the stark doorway, a man stands, a ghost in prison garb. His face, a canvas of pallor, speaks of untold suffering. Sunken eyes, wells of despair, mirror a soul long lost. Lifeless and hollow, he is a monument to desolation. In the doorway's shadow, he embodies the prison's crushing weight. In the dim light of the doorway, I stare into the depths of the cell. A figure emerges from the shadows, standing silently, unmoving. The air thickens with unspoken words, heavy with the weight of the penitentiary. The penitentiary has claimed him, body and soul, leaving only a shell of his former self. Now, the gaze turns to me, and the penitentiary considers claiming my soul as well. The silence stretches, heavy with the unspoken threat of what might come. The air hangs heavy in the untouched cell, the silence amplifying the unknown. A sudden stumble throws me off balance, sending a jolt of fear through my veins. The rough stone of the wall meets my back, halting my unsteady retreat. In the confined space, the lantern held high casts dancing shadows that mock the stillness. The flame sputters, threatening to plunge the cell into complete darkness. Each flicker of the lantern reveals more of the cell's secrets, deepening the sense of dread. Sudden light invades the untouched cell, exposing spectral figures. Ghostly prisoners emerge from the shadows, their silent vigil spanning decades. Guards from bygone eras stand alongside them, their spectral forms frozen in eternal watch. Men and women from decades past are all standing silently, watching. The corridors stretch into an impossible distance, defying logic. Each turn leads to another identical passage, the escape route always out of reach. I quicken my pace, but the hallway continues to extend, a labyrinth of despair. The walls twist and distort, the architecture itself mocking my efforts. The endless corridors trap me in a nightmare, a maze with no exit. Ragged breaths echo through the cold corridors, each gasp a struggle against the oppressive silence. Limbs heavy as lead, each step is a monumental effort in the endless corridors. An unseen presence closes in, a suffocating weight of countless souls. The air grows thick, the weight of souls becoming almost tangible. Trapped in the corridors, the oppressive presence tightens its grip. Dust motes swirl in the corridors, illuminated by a solitary beam of moonlight. An oppressive silence descends, amplifying the unsettling whispers that echo from the walls. A disembodied voice echoes, "Remember us. Stay with us. You cannot leave." The whispers intensify, a chorus of voices binding the space in an inescapable loop. The corridors stretch into the darkness, their silence broken only by a growing dread. A figure collapses, overcome by an unseen force. The very walls seem to throb with an alien energy pressing in. The world spins, reality itself distorting under the onslaught. Desperate, I try to shield myself from the overwhelming power. The corridors twist and contort around me, a nightmare made real. The penitentiary's corridors echo with the weight of untold stories, each step resonating with the echoes of past screams and desperate pleas. A cacophony of voices rises, each confession a haunting whisper in the narrator's mind. The narrator is overwhelmed, every stone in the corridor seemingly imbued with the memories of anguish and despair. In the oppressive silence, the narrator feels the full weight of the penitentiary's history crushing down. The cell block awakens, the first light painting the barred windows with streaks of dawn. A desolate stillness settles over the silent hallways, the echoes of night fading into the approaching day. The gray light filters through, casting long shadows that dance across the cold, unforgiving floors. The emptiness of the hallways amplifies the heavy silence, each shadow a reminder of isolation. Dawn breaks, but in the cell block, it brings no warmth, only a stark, somber light. The corridors stand silent, the first light unable to penetrate the darkness that lingers within. The imposing walls of Eastern State Penitentiary loom, a stark monument against the awakening day. Emerging from the shadows, I step out, the morning sun feeling foreign against my skin. The air is still, yet the weight of the penitentiary lingers, a silent echo of confinement and despair. Each step away from the prison is a step back into a world that feels alien. The sun's warmth, a jarring contrast to the cold within. The morning sun, a symbol of renewal, struggles to penetrate the lingering shadows of the penitentiary. The streets of Philadelphia are draped in shadows, each corner concealing unseen eyes. Every alleyway whispers secrets as if the very city watches with bated breath. A sense of unease permeates the air, hinting at hidden dangers lurking just out of sight. Even the mundane feels ominous, as if the city itself holds its breath, anticipating a hidden threat. Amidst the lively Philadelphia streets, a battle rages within as I fight to dismiss the inexplicable. I try to cling to reason, attributing the haunting visions to mere exhaustion and fancy. The weight of the old building presses down, a metaphor for the heavy truth I can no longer deny. Deep down, a chilling certainty takes hold, confirming that what I encountered transcends the ordinary. Months have passed, but a lingering feeling persists. A faint whisper, barely audible, dances at the edge of perception. The whisper grows, a subtle yet persistent reminder of what once was. The air itself seems to vibrate with unspoken memories, a haunting echo of the past. The feeling intensifies, an invisible presence that permeates every corner of the apartment. Even in quiet moments, the whisper remains, a constant companion in solitude. In the dead of night, a haunting shadow dances at the edge of perception, always just out of reach. The apartment fades as eyes close, plunging into a dark abyss where silent figures eternally wait in their cells. Each blink is a descent into a haunting tableau, where the imprisoned silently accuse. The weight of unseen eyes bears down, an inescapable torment within the mind's own prison. Sleep offers no escape, only a deeper immersion into the chilling silence of the captive. The endless vigil of the imprisoned shapes a waking nightmare, blurring the line between reality and hallucination. Months later, dim light fills my apartment, shadows embracing me, marking me, reminding me, and I know, with a certainty that chills me to my very bones, the narration begins, a haunting whisper in the dark, that one day, the voice continues, each word a chilling echo. It will find me again. The certainty of its return chills me to my core. At the forest's ominous edge, a dense, dark wood looms, heavy with foreboding silence. An unnerving stillness pervades the air, broken only by the distant whisper of wind through the treetops. The sea of trees stands silent, a dark and heavy presence. The air hangs thick, each breath a reminder of the forest's oppressive weight. Eerie sounds drift from the depths, carried on the wind, heightening the sense of isolation and dread. A chilling omen stands stark against the ancient forest. Your life is a precious gift. Think of your family. Defiant, I ignore the desperate plea and step onto the shadowed trail. The forest's embrace deepens, swallowing the sounds of the world beyond. Each step deeper into Aokigahara is a step further from life. Silence descends, broken only by the whisper of unseen spirits. The Aokigahara forest envelops I in its shadowy embrace, the trees standing tall. Gnarled roots snake across the narrow trail, nature's labyrinth. Sunlight fights to pierce the dense canopy, painting the forest floor in an eerie gloom. A winding path lures I deeper into the woods. A profound sense of disorientation washes over I, blurring the line between reality and illusion. Deep within the Aokigahara forest, a faded ribbon clings to a branch, a haunting reminder of paths taken and choices made. A fragile thread in a sea of green it beckons, promising either salvation or deeper despair. With a mix of dread and determination, I decide to follow this spectral guide. My heart pounds against my ribs, each step echoing the uncertainty that lies ahead. The ribbon's trail ends abruptly at the base of an ancient tree, its purpose fulfilled in this silent forest. Among the fallen leaves, a small plastic bag lies discarded, its contents already consumed. An empty bottle rests inside the bag, a stark reminder of the forest's grim allure. The forest watches silently, as secrets are buried beneath the undergrowth. The scene whispers tales of despair and finality. Deeper into Aokigahara, the forest transforms into an alien expanse. Shapes dance at the edge of perception, shadows weaving through the ancient trees. The air grows heavy with unspoken secrets as the forest watches, silent and knowing. A glimpse of movement, a flicker of darkness. The forest plays tricks on the mind. The boundary between reality and illusion blurs, leaving me lost in a labyrinth of spectral forms. Lost in the heart of Aokigahara, a chilling sound cuts through the silence. Soft laughter echoes distantly. Driven by an unknown force, they quicken their pace, each step deeper into the abyss. The forest seems to close in, the path ahead uncertain. As the laughter grows more distinct, a sense of urgency washes over them, compelling them forward despite the growing unease. Drawn deeper into the forest's embrace, the source of the laughter remains elusive, yet undeniably close. Deep within Aokigahara, a weathered tent struggles against the relentless embrace of the forest. Scattered around the tent, forgotten remnants of a life once lived whisper tales of despair. A torn shoe rests forlornly near the tent's entrance, a silent testament to a journey's end. The forest floor, a mosaic of decay, cradles the scattered debris, each piece a fragment of a shattered story. Nature reclaims what was once held dear, as the forest slowly consumes the remnants of a life lost within its depths. The entrance to the tent in Aokigahara Forest looms. Inside, a sleeping bag hides a shape. Pale skin is visible, shriveled and sunken. A sense of dread fills the tent. The Aokigahara Forest air hangs heavy, thick with the cloying stench of decay. The overwhelming odor hits with full force. A wave of nausea washes over. The character gags. Overwhelmed, I stand before the tent, the air heavy with an unspoken dread. A tremor runs through me, mirroring the forest's eerie stillness. The forest's suffocating silence amplifies the tent's grim secret. The weight of death permeates the air, clinging to the trees like a shroud. Each breath feels like inhaling the forest's sorrow. The tent looming, I remain frozen, ensnared by the forest's somber embrace. Deep within Aokigahara Forest, an unsettling silence is broken only by the crunch of unseen footsteps. The footsteps grow closer, circling the tent with a deliberate, non-human rhythm. An unseen presence stalks the perimeter, each footfall precise and menacing. The air thickens with anticipation as the unseen entity continues its silent vigil. The tent becomes a fragile sanctuary, surrounded by the forest's growing dread. Deep within Aokigahara, a tent stands, swallowed by an ocean of trees. A figure spins around, searching, but finds only the forest's unyielding silence. Endless trees stand unmoving in the windless expanse. Hello? The narrator's voice cracks, swallowed by the oppressive silence. The forest remains indifferent, its silence deepening the narrator's isolation. The tent, a small beacon, offers little comfort against the forest's silent menace. Deep within Aokigahara, the forest holds its breath as approaching footsteps break the silence. The sound of footsteps grows louder, hinting at an unseen presence drawing closer. A faint whisper threads through the trees, barely audible, igniting the imagination. The whisper intensifies, becoming a distinct voice, haunting and ethereal. A voice echoes, "Stay." The command hangs in the air, a chilling invitation to linger in the heart of the forest. Deep within Aokigahara Forest, a tent stands isolated, the air thick with foreboding. A wave of primal fear washes over, instincts screaming to flee. Legs turn to stone, rooted to the spot by an unseen force. The trees close in, nature's embrace, becoming a suffocating trap. Deeper within Aokigahara, a lone tent stands, a somber sentinel in the silent woods. Retreating, the forest reveals its grim secret. a collapsed tent, swallowed by the encroaching trees. Beyond the first, another fallen shelter crumbles, a stark reminder of lives abandoned. Each step deeper unveils more tragic monuments, a haunting graveyard of forgotten souls. The forest whispers tales of despair, each collapsed tent a marker in this desolate landscape. Deep within Aokigahara, an ominous chorus of whispers rises from the ancient trees, their voices laced with sorrow and desperation. Each step deeper into the forest intensifies the haunting symphony, a chorus of pleading and coaxing that seems to beckon from the shadows. The whispers grow louder, their tone unmistakable, a desperate invitation woven into the very air, promising solace or oblivion. The forest is alive with voices, each one a siren's call, tempting lost souls with the false promise of eternal rest. In the heart of Aokigahara, panic sets in as I turn and sprint blindly into the dense woods. Branches claw at my face as roots snatch at my feet, each step plunging me further into the abyss. The forest's silent embrace tightens, guiding me deeper into its shrouded depths. Lost and desperate, every stride pulls me further from escape, deeper into the forest's unknown heart. The oppressive canopy swallows the light, and the forest seems to conspire, leading me further astray with each step. The forest closes in, and I run, each echoing footstep a drumbeat of despair in the green twilight. Frantic footsteps echo through the dense Aokigahara forest as unseen branches claw at a fleeing figure. Whispers snake through the trees, growing more insistent, more menacing. The unseen presence closes in, its voice a haunting plea. Stay, stay, stay. The forest's dark heart pulses with a sinister invitation. The air vibrates with an almost angry urgency, the forest fighting to keep its prey. Gasping, I stumble into a clearing, the air thick with the forest's silence. Moonlight slices through the dense canopy, painting the forest floor in ethereal shadows. My breath hitches as dozens of faint outlines emerge from the darkness, their forms indistinct, yet undeniably present. The shadows deepen, and the forest seems to hold its breath, waiting. An unnerving stillness blankets the clearing, broken only by the frantic rhythm of my own heart. In the heart of Aokigahara forest, the realization dawns. I am encircled, not just by trees, but by a silent history. The forest's victims emerge from the shadows, their presence a chilling testament to time's cruel stillness. Some hang suspended in the eternal night, their forms swaying like ghostly pendulums. Others lie curled upon the earth, their final resting places woven into the forest floor. The weight of their collective despair presses in, a suffocating blanket of sorrow and regret. I stand transfixed, a solitary figure amidst a landscape of forgotten souls, forever bound to this haunting realm. Beneath the dense canopy of Aokigahara forest, the air hangs heavy with unspoken grief, each breath a struggle against the weight of sorrow. The forest, a silent witness, amplifies the feeling, the darkness pressing in, a tangible manifestation of despair. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig, echoes the internal turmoil, a constant reminder of loss and heartache. The clearing offers no escape, the oppressive atmosphere clinging like a shroud, suffocating hope and joy. Even the stars, usually a beacon of light, seem distant and cold, offering no comfort in this desolate place. The weight of grief intensifies, a physical burden that threatens to crush the spirit, leaving only emptiness behind. In a silent clearing, a solitary figure stands at the forest's edge. Her long black hair cascades down her back, framing a face devoid of emotion. Her tattered kimono whispers tales of sorrow and despair. Her pale face reflects the haunting stillness of the night. She remains motionless, lost in the ethereal embrace of the forest. In the heart of Aokigahara forest, a clearing bathed in eerie moonlight sets the stage for a haunting encounter. Her eyes lock onto mine, hollow and empty, yet brimming with a sorrow that chills the soul. She raises her hand, a gesture that unleashes a chorus of pleading voices, each whisper a lament from beyond. The forest echoes with their desperate pleas, the sorrowful sound weaving through the trees, enveloping everything in a symphony of despair. In the heart of Aokigahara Forest, the woman advances, her presence stirring the night. With each silent step, long shadows emerge. The forest seems to come alive, the trees looming. The woman continues forward. The shadows stretch, trees reaching. In Aokigahara Forest, a gentle breeze carries scents of flowers, decay, and an unnerving metallic tang. Whispers begin to materialize, weaving through the trees. The whispers intensify, taking shape as a haunting invitation. Join us. You belong here. The invitation hangs in the air, promising solace in the heart of Aokigahara. Driven by desperation, I wrench my gaze away, plunging deeper into the silent forest. I do not care about direction, only movement. Each step echoes in the stillness, a desperate rhythm against the forest's silent judgment. I am a shadow fleeing through the darkness, with only the instinct to survive. The Aokigahara forest stretches endlessly, its gnarled trees clawing at the inky sky, a symphony of nature's darkest artistry. The forest seems to twist impossibly, a labyrinth of shadows and whispers. A glimmer of hope appears the edge, a trail leading back to the road, a promise of escape. The path back to the road offers a stark contrast to the forest's suffocating embrace. Emerging from the forest's edge, I stumble onto the gravel path, breathless and battered. My lungs scream for air as I collapse onto the rough ground. Torn clothes bear witness to my desperate flight through the dense woods. Gasping, I struggle to rise, the oppressive darkness of Aokigahara looming. The Aokigahara Forest Road at night falls into an unnerving silence. The whispers abruptly cease, leaving behind an absolute void of sound. An oppressive, terrifying silence descends, amplifying the forest's eerie aura. The night deepens, the road ahead swallowed by the inky blackness. Every rustle and creak is gone, replaced by an unsettling stillness. The air is thick with unspoken dread, the forest holding its breath. The Aokigahara forest looms, a black abyss behind, its shadows reaching hungrily. Each step forward is a victory against the oppressive darkness. The road ahead, a fragile promise. Fear gnaws the unyielding forest, a silent threat. The forest's shadows stretch, beckoning the figure to succumb to the darkness. The road remains the only escape, a ribbon of hope in the suffocating night. Do not look back. Months after Aokigahara, I sit alone, haunted by the forest's shadows. The apartment walls close in, each corner whispering echoes of what happened. I try to lose myself in distractions, but the memories persist. Aokigahara's grip tightens. There is no escape from the forest's grasp. Months drift by, each moment echoing with subtle, haunting reminders. The mere brush of wind carries whispers, barely audible, yet deeply felt. A faint shadow dances at the edge of sight, a fleeting glimpse into unseen realms. The apartment remains silent, yet alive with the presence of the unseen. Every corner holds a memory, every silence a hidden echo. In the quiet of the night, the veil between worlds thins, revealing what lingers beyond. Trapped in the clutches of a nightmare, I writhe in bed, a prisoner of twisted sheets and suffocating dread. Eyes squeezed shut, I am plunged into a spectral forest where gnarled trees claw at the sky. The faces of the dead emerge from the darkness, their silent screams echoing in the chambers of my mind. Bleeding whispers brush against my ears, chilling me to the bone as the oppressive atmosphere tightens its grip. The sterile white walls of a hospital room stand stark, tinged with an unspoken sorrow. A loved one lies still in the hospital bed, their face pale and peaceful. The quiet stillness is heavy with unspoken emotions. The soft, pale features of the loved one hint at a story left unfinished. Months later, sunlight floods the living room, revealing a figure consumed by digital shadows. Aokigahara's dark history unfolds on the screen, each word a step deeper into obsession. The legends whisper through lines of code, beckoning with tales of its victims. Each click, each search, fuels an insatiable need to understand the forest's haunting power. The screen glows, casting an eerie light as the obsession takes root. Sunlight filters through the leaves, casting dappled shadows on the path as I walk through the park. The trees stand tall and silent, their branches reaching towards the sky. But even here, surrounded by nature's beauty, the memory of Aokigahara lingers, a dark shadow in my mind. I pause, the weight of the association heavy on my shoulders. There is no escape from the haunting memories that plague my thoughts. The tranquil park is suddenly disturbed as a gust of wind sweeps through the trees, rustling the leaves. Faint whispers echo through the air, imperceptible to others, yet deafening to me. I clutch my head, a desperate attempt to silence the voices that only I can hear. The struggle intensifies as I fight to block out the invading whispers, caught in a silent battle. Months drift by, dissolving into the shadows of a darkened room, where the only light dances from the laptop screen. The laptop screen casts an eerie glow, highlighting the contours of my face, etching the obsession deeper into my skin. A detailed map of Aokigahara Forest unfolds on the screen, each path a silent beckoning into the abyss. My eyes trace the paths, each contour whispering tales of the forest's enigma, a silent invitation to confront its mysteries. The forest calls from the screen, an invitation to return and confront its mysteries. The screen pulses, the silent invitation to return. Months later, the apartment is dimly lit. I move with a deliberate, quiet resolve, packing a bag. The weight of my decision settles heavily as I prepare to return to Aokigahara. The apartment is filled with shadows as I zip the bag, a sense of finality hanging in the air. An irresistible force compels me forward. I walk toward the door, the bag heavy in my hand, ready to face the unknown perils that await in Aokigahara. Standing at the threshold, the forest looms darker, its ominous presence palpable. The air itself seems heavy, thick with unspoken dread. Each shadow stretches like a grasping hand, beckoning into the unknown. The forest's silence screams louder than any sound. A sense of inevitability settles in, the forest's pull undeniable. Entering Aokigahara, an eerie trail beckons, shrouded in mystery and whispers of untold stories. Each step deeper into the forest is a step further into the unknown. The forest looms, its shadows deepening with each passing moment. A profound sense of determination fuels my resolve to uncover the truth hidden within. The trail winds into the Aokigahara forest, each step taking me deeper into its shadowed heart. The forest thickens, light struggles to penetrate the canopy. I spot a splash of color, a new marker left by someone else daring enough to venture into this place. The wind whispers secrets through the trees, carrying tales of those who came before. Each step echoes in the stillness, a stark reminder of the solitude that envelops me. The deeper I go, the more I realize I am not alone here. I return to the tent, the air thick with dread and the heavy scent of decay. The forest's dense canopy casts long, eerie shadows, dancing around the tent. I stand before the tent, the memory of the decaying body a haunting presence. The damp earth and decaying leaves create a somber, suffocating atmosphere. A wave of sorrow washes over me as I confront the grim reality within. The tent stands as a silent monument to despair in the heart of Aokigahara. Deep in Aokigahara forest, the tent stands alone. The forest whispers, a chorus of voices urging, unseen. The whispers intensify, pressing in from all sides. They call, insistent, beckoning to stay, to join. The air thickens with unseen presence, a palpable invitation. The forest offers its silent promise, a tempting embrace. I am alone, lost once more in the heart of Aokigahara. The air is still, heavy with the weight of unseen presences. Faint outlines shimmer in the darkness, the ghosts of those who came before. Each shadow whispers a tale of despair and finality. The clearing, once a haven, now feels like a cage. The dead watch, their silence more terrifying than any scream. In the heart of Aokigahara Forest, a clearing emerges under the silent gaze of the night. A sorrowful figure materializes, her eyes reflecting a deep, unspoken pain. Her hand reaches out, a silent plea in the darkness. The forest holds its breath, waiting as the woman's sorrow fills the night. In the heart of Aokigahara Forest, a solitary figure chooses defiance over flight. The forest looms, a silent witness to a stand against unseen spirits. This time, there is no escape, only the resolve to confront the darkness. The air crackles with unseen energy as the confrontation begins. In the heart of Aokigahara Forest, a clearing bathed in moonlight becomes a stage for introspection. Closing my eyes, I surrender to the forest's whispers, seeking to understand the symphony of sorrow that echoes through the trees. The air vibrates with unseen stories, each rustle of leaves a testament to untold pain and lingering desires. I stand, a solitary figure amidst the ancient trees, attempting to bridge the gap between the living and the spectral. The forest deepens, enveloping me in a cocoon of sorrow and longing as I listen for echoes of lost souls. In the heart of Aokigahara Forest, darkness yields to a clearing bathed in pale moonlight. Eyes flutter open to a world transformed. A figure materializing from the shadows. A woman emerges from the darkness, her presence casting a serene glow upon the haunted woods. Her gaze softens, hinting at untold stories and unspoken understanding in the silent forest. In the heart of Aokigahara at night, an unspoken connection sparks between two souls. A tentative touch bridges the gap, igniting a surge of energy that pulses through the night. The energy courses, weaving through them like the roots of the ancient trees surrounding them. In the stillness of the night, they are now bound to the forest and its secrets. In the heart of Aokigahara Forest, the air hangs heavy, saturated with the earthy scent of pine and damp soil. The oppressive whispers that once tormented the clearing fade into silence, yielding to an unexpected calm. A profound sense of peace descends, its gentle touch permeating the ancient trees, bringing solace to the haunted woods. An all-encompassing acceptance washes over the scene, as if the forest itself finds serenity in its shadowed depths. Dawn breaks over Aokigahara, painting the forest's edge with the first light of a new day. Emerging from the depths, a figure steps into the clearing, a palpable sense of relief washing over them. The sun's gentle rays seem to lift the burdens of the past, illuminating a path forward. A weightless sensation fills the air, as if the forest itself releases its hold. In the tranquil morning light, freedom beckons, and a new chapter begins. Dawn breaks over Aokigahara Forest, the first light filtering through the dense canopy and painting the moss-covered ground with long shadows. The air is crisp and cool, a stark contrast to the darkness that dwells within. I know I can never forget Aokigahara, but I no longer fear it. I have faced its darkness and found a measure of peace. A sense of quiet acceptance washes over me as I stand at the edge of the forest, ready to move forward.